the WB11 News at 10, winner of the 2003 Emmy Award for Outstanding Newscast.
A mass exodus as New Yorkers scramble to get home. We'll all remember where we were the day the lights went out in the city and lots of other places. Good evening. I'm Peter Thorne. Jim is off tonight.
Let's get you up to date right now on where we are. Parts of northern New Jersey, the Bronx, and Manhattan do have the power back on at this hour, and most of Queens is expected back within the next hour. That is good news. There is early word, that a lightning strike at a plant upstate in Niagara may have caused all of this. Let's go right now with our team coverage, beginning with Mary Murphy in Times Square. Mary.
Heidi, they call Times Square the crossroads of the world. Tonight, it is the crossroads of darkness. There are no lights on Broadway, only portable emergency lights. Though it's dark here, there are thousands of people in Times Square. If you push out toward Father Duffy Square, Dan, you can see people just are jamming the streets. Some of them are actually having almost a party-like atmosphere, but this really has been no joke today. On my walk over here from East 42nd Street to West 42nd Street, I saw thousands of people, most of them commuters, sitting on the curbs, having no way to get home. I passed Grand Central Terminal, I passed Fifth Avenue, Bryant Park. This blackout is historic. Police sirens worked, but the city shut down.
The lights went out and that's it.
Here in the city, thousands fled downtown office buildings in 90-degree heat to jam the Brooklyn Bridge on foot or the 59th Street Bridge uptown. The Jumbotron went blank in Times Square. Traffic lights, forget about it. Thousands stuck on elevators in high-rises or underground in the subways. One doctor was performing an operation.
I was in the OR, operation theater, and suddenly, the light is off.
One real estate company thought the worst.
We all remember September 11th because we were here, and the listings agent started crying because she thought that, it was another attack.
There is no evidence of any terrorism whatsoever. For some reason or other, there was a power failure in northern New York or southern Canada.
It turned out to be the biggest power outage in U.S. history, leaving 50 million people in the dark from eastern Long Island to Cleveland, Ohio, and north to Toronto, Canada, and Ottawa. Traffic clogged in Detroit, Michigan. It turns out a lightning strike on a power facility on the U.S. side of the Canadian border was to blame. This deli owner in Midtown worried about all the meats and cheese going bad in his counter without refrigeration. His customers were wandering in looking lost.
A lot of people are short of cash also because they cannot use the ATM, so trying to help them out, as far as we can open, because when it gets dark, I don't think it's safe enough to open the store.
New York State lost 80% of its power, and it was the worst since the Great Blackout of 1965, which left 25 million without power here and in most of New England. Another blackout hit the city in 1977. 9 nuclear power reactors, 6 of them in New York, 1 each in New Jersey, Ohio, and Michigan, shut down. Mayor Bloomberg consulted the White House chief of staff, but said there was no need for federal or state military intervention.
There is no need and no plan to call it the National Guard. The governor certainly volunteered to do anything that we asked for, but there is no need. The New York City Police Department can certainly maintain order.
We're back now live in Times Square. Police Commissioner Ray Kelly is mobilizing hundreds of additional police teams tonight to work the overnight shift. We are hearing ambulances coming and going throughout the cross streets from east to west side. You may hear some whistling in the background. That's because a lot of the people here are treating this like a big party, but of course thousands of other people are very upset that they can't get home tonight, and I'm sure Peter and Heidi, you'll have much more on that, and we'll be back later in the broadcast.
All right, thank you so much.